to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be working through a massage and stretch class. So the props you're going to need for this class is, I love to use blocks. You don't need them, but if you don't have them and you want to use something like that, books are an option. It just helps a little bit more accessibility for your wrists and your hands. And then I like to use a strap, a yoga strap. If you don't have one of those either, you can use like a belt or a blanket or a towel or shirt, anything like that to help kind of bring the legs and stuff like that a little bit closer and easier to your body, okay? Also, the most important prop is a myofascial type ball. Now, if you don't have one of these kind of myofascial balls, you can use a tennis ball or something like that. If you don't have one of those, we're introducing the new yoga prop called the canned good. So grab your favorite canned good, and you can use this just like you could with this myofascial ball. So grab all your props and let's get started. All right, we are gonna start in a standing position. So you can stand about middle of the mat if you like. There's no really kind of place you need to start. Or we're just gonna start standing and we're gonna kind of start shaking the limbs a little bit. So just getting rid of any stagnant energy, any tired energy, just releasing what we no longer need. So just letting go. You might feel a little silly, but you know what? Who cares, you know? We want to feel good and allow this time for ourselves. So there is no judgment here. So inhaling in, bringing our breath to this moment. Maybe we're swaying side to side. Any kind of movement that helps you release some unwanted energy, get some blood flowing into your body, and get you started to move. Taking an inhale in and exhale out. We're all going to come into stillness, bringing our feet about hip width apart, lifting our arms all the way up to the sky, root to rise, inhaling in, exhale, we forward fold all the way down to meet our feet. Now, here's where I like to bring those blocks under my hands. So as I'm here, I'm pressing my fingers and hands into the blocks as I lift up onto my toes and back down onto my heels, lifting my toes up. So we're just moving through this little routine for our calves and our feet here for just a moment. Inhaling in, up on the toes, exhaling out on the heels. Taking a moment here one more time, inhaling in and exhaling out, good. So here, if you have that ball, maybe that canned good, I'm gonna show you what it looks like with the canned good. That way, if you're using it, you know how to use it. So bringing that canned good, mine's green beans. Let me know in the comment what your canned good is. And you're gonna put it just underneath that left foot and just gonna use it to roll around, getting a nice little massage on the bottom of the foot. Inhaling in. Don't press too hard if you're using the canned good. We don't want any dents here. Inhaling in. While you're kind of moving it through the bottom of your foot, think about flexing those toes and creating space in the front of that foot with the toes. Good. Inhaling in, exhaling out. We're going to keep it under that foot, and we're going to bring that right foot a little bit more aligned. Here, we're going to sink into our feet and hinge our hips out. Good. Coming back up, you feel that stretch in the calf and the hamstring. Inhaling in, hinging the hips slightly, and coming back up. One more time, hinging those hips, and exhaling out. Good. We're going to bring that canned good or that myofascial ball, tennis ball, right underneath the right foot now. And we're going to do that same thing. So we're massaging the bottom of the foot, kind of moving it forward and back. Inhaling in, stretching those toes, making space in the foot. Good. Realigning our feet to be in the same spot, sinking that prop into our foot. And here we go. Hinging our hips, inhaling in, and exhaling out, coming back up. Hinging our hips, and exhale, coming back up. Inhaling down, hinging, and exhaling out, coming back up. Good. So we're gonna move that prop out from underneath our feet, coming into hip width apart. Inhaling in, lift our arms all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Bringing our hands maybe at our elbows or underneath our feet. Whatever feels good to you in this moment. Just take a moment to stretch. Good. Bring our hands to those blocks or on the mat above us. We're going to come into a single plank or half plank and then coming into tabletop position. Here we're going to kind of move those blocks out away from us, and we're going to come and lay to our stomachs. So here, you're going to grab your ball or your canned good, and we're going to place it right kind of on the front of the hip where kind of our psoas meets our pelvis. So I'm going to grab that, put it right in the front, and let it kind of sink down. So this is a very vulnerable area. It often holds a lot of tension. So we want to take it slow here. If there's ever a point where the canned good or the ball, the prop is in a spot that you can't breathe through, I want you to move it away and find a different area to let it sink into. There shouldn't be any pinching, any radiating heat going down anywhere. It should just be a good, maybe slightly uncomfortable pressure. Good. So letting it sink into those muscles. Here, if you have a strap, you can bring it around that left foot, and we're going to come into a little quad stretch while that prop is massaging that area. The strap kind of helps us bring that leg closer to us, so you don't need it, so you can use your hand as well. But you just want to bring a little bit of accessibility here. Taking a deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Good. Releasing the strap. And releasing that prop underneath. We're going to bring that prop again to the opposite side. So we're on the right side now. Pressing it into that psoas, the front of the hip. Letting it kind of sit there, bringing our breath. Noticing maybe which side feels a little bit more tense. Maybe they both are equally just unhappy with you. I mean, that's me right now. Inhaling in. And exhaling out. Here, if you want to bring that strap, you can bring it around the right foot. And we're going to come into a quad stretch. So bringing that foot towards us, creating a deep stretch in the quad. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Good. Releasing that strap. And removing the prop from underneath. Here, we're going to lift up and come onto our right hip. So if this part of the practice hurts your hips to lay on, this is something you can do by finding a wall and using the same prop, same stretch. So grabbing your little canned good or myofascial ball, we're gonna kind of press it onto the delt of the arm. So we're gonna lay our arm down, kind of extend it out, and we're just gonna face down our palm and then face up the palm. Again, if sitting on your hip like this does not feel good, you can find a wall and you can press that ball or that canned good up on the wall and just sink your deltoid into that prop. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Good. Lifting up, we're gonna do the underside of that. So kind of in the armpit area, kind of where the ribs are a little bit. So some of our deep muscles like the levator scapula, things like that are all up in that area. So we're gonna kind of sink down, bringing our canned good or a ball right in that area. And same thing, palm is up, palm is down. Very sensitive area, so only do what feels good to you. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Good. Lifting up. Again, we're going to do that on the opposite side. So we're going to start with our deltoid, bringing our left arm on that delt. Palm face down, palm facing up. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Ooh, there's a lot of tension in those. Good. Lifting up. Now we're coming underneath, bringing that prop underneath us. Oh, good. And opening the palm, opening it down. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Lots of tension in this area. It is never really worked on, so it's important to kind of spend a little time here. One more deep inhale in and exhale out. Coming back up, coming back into that laying down position on our stomachs. Taking our time, bringing our shoulders, our hands to our shoulder blades. I lift up into a cobra, inhaling in and exhale down. Bringing our hands just a little bit farther out, inhaling in, lifting up, and exhaling down. One more time, bringing the hands out just a little bit farther out, pressing into those fingers, inhaling in, and exhaling out. Good. We're going to come lay onto our back. So maybe we get up and slowly turn onto our backs. Taking your time. Good. Grabbing that prop for our massage. You're going to bring it right underneath your right trap and shoulder. Letting it sink into that area between the shoulder blades, up at the trap as well. Now, if you want a little bit of extra stretch, you can lift your arm up and down, or you can just let that prop sink into that area. Inhaling in and exhaling out. One more time through, inhaling in and exhaling out. Good. removing that prop and moving it onto the left side. Again, you can just let that prop sink into those muscles, or you can stretch it out. Now, here you might feel pinching in areas. If you do that, please move that prop. We don't want any pinching. We don't want any loss of breath while we're using this prop to massage. We want our body to feel comfortable, to loosen up and not get more pissed off, right? Inhaling in one more time. And exhaling out. Good. Releasing that prop. We're going to just lift our arms, both of our arms, all the way up above us. And bring it to the sides in a cactus arm. Lifting the heart space. And exhale, dropping them back down to our side. We're going to use our hands to press up. We're going to grab that massage prop and we're going to bring it right underneath our glute. So you can bring your hands back behind you a little bit and you can bend at that right knee. And you can either, again, let it just sink into that muscle, or you can extend the right leg out and flex it back in. Taking time with your body, there's no rush. The slower, the better, honestly, because it allows the muscles, the nerves, everything kind of be able to sink better when there's slower movements rather than fast. Good. We're going to bring that prop down to the hamstring now. Same idea, letting it sink into that hamstring. And then if you want, you can extend it and flex it out. Good. Inhaling in and exhaling out. We can move it down towards the calf muscle. Same thing. This one you can kind of roll it a little bit, back and forth. Good. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Good. Removing it from the right side, we're going to do that same thing on the left. So we're going to start with the glute, placing it underneath that glute. Ooh, that left side on me is bad. Here we're going to either bend, extend that leg, or we just keep it rooted down into the mat, whatever feels good to you. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Good. Bringing that prop down to the hamstring. Again, moving in that flow, extension, flexion. Good. And moving it down towards the calf muscle. And here, just rolling it forward and back. Allowing to break up some of those muscle pains, that muscle tension. Good. All right, releasing that prop from the leg. We are all going to come down to lay onto our backs here. Good. Now, if you have that strap, I really like it for this stretch. So we're going to bend both of our knees up, feet are planted into the mat. I'm going to loop that strap around our right leg. Holding both sides of the strap, just bringing that right leg all the way up towards our midline. Finding a deep stretch in that hamstring. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Bringing the strap together, Grabbing it with our right hand, we're gonna bring that right foot all the way out towards the right, opening the inner thigh. Big breath, inhaling in, exhaling out. We're gonna bring it all the way through the center and over towards the left. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Good. Coming back through to center, bending that knee towards the right shoulder, coming into half happy baby. Now, if this doesn't feel good to you, you can bring it on top of the left knee, coming into like a figure four. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Good. Releasing that leg. And we're going to bring that strap over the left foot. Inhaling in, grabbing both sides of the strap. We exhale, bringing that left foot towards the midline, stretching the hamstring. Deep breath in. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Bringing those straps together with our left hand, bringing that left leg all the way out so our inner thigh is shining forward, getting a good stretch. And bringing it through the midline all the way over towards the right. Inhale in. Exhaling out, good. Back through to the midline. Here we could do half happy baby or come to figure four. Taking a moment here to breathe. Good. Releasing that strap and bringing both feet to the mat. Gentle windshield wipers side to side. Inhaling in and exhaling out. We're going to extend both legs out. Bringing our shoulder blades together, palms are facing up. Enjoying this last moment in Shavasana. Giving gratitude to our bodies. And remembering that taking time to massage and break down those muscle tension areas in our body is really important so that we can feel our best, so we can move in and out of each day with more mobility, less inflammation, and just feeling a lot less tense. Inhaling in, bringing our hands together at our third eye, giving gratitude for taking time for our body, taking time out of our day just to spend time with ourselves. What a gift that is. Inhaling in, taking a deep breath in. And exhaling out. We end this practice by saying namaste. Thank you for clicking on this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and send it to anybody else that you think could benefit from this practice.